If you like small block Chevy trivia, probably going to want to stick around for this one. So how many of you have heard of a race car, the Smoking White Owl? Now to tell this story, you need to know George Ole Morris. People called him Ole, and he served in the Navy during World War II. After the war, he took night classes because he couldn't afford college. But the one thing that he lacked in money, he made up for in being a damn good engineer. Now he took what he learned from those college courses and he applied it towards repairing and modifying cars. In 1950, a new drag strip by the name of Santa Ana Drags had opened up, and Ole had taken the opportunity to go out there and see what he could do. 2 years later, Ole set a record in his flathead-powered roadster, going 128 miles an hour. But there was an incident where a blown engine blew oil all over and scalded him. This gave him a unique idea that nobody else had tried. What if I took the engine and put it behind me? That way, if something blows up, I'm already ahead of the game. The design that he came up with had a low chassis, had a rear engine, and an aluminum welded body. He went with an open drive system which gave him easier access to the quick change rear end. And his first sponsor was Harvey's Auto Glass. The car would get its name from its unique shape and its white color, which at the time resembled a brand by the name of White Owl. So obviously, right off the line, it was a smoking White Owl. Still equipped with a flathead and its lightweight design, only in the cockpit, the car quickly started breaking records, and in 1954 it broke a new one at 145 miles an hour. It wasn't really long before the car started reaching legendary status. Now Fred Offenhauser had been sponsoring another car, and had been actually doing pretty good until Ole showed up on the scene. Seems like no matter what anybody did, nobody could beat Ole. And nobody was noticing this more than Fred Offenhauser. So Fred did the only thing that he thought he could do. He dropped the car that he was currently sponsoring, and he decided to go get himself a White Owl. Now with Offenhauser as a sponsor, the next big change came to the car. See, it was early 1955, and GM had just delivered 5 brand new engines to Offenhauser. See, Offie usually got the newest and best things from GM in order to prototype brand new speed products. But they hadn't received just any old motor from Chevy. This time, they had received the very first small block Chevys. So as any young hot rodders from SoCal would do, they took one of the engines and they crammed it into the White Owl, making the White Owl one of the very first NHRA track cars to race with a small block Chevy. And race it did. The White Owl was unbeaten during its entire time racing the NHRA US Nationals.